These are the Rampad practice pads, a percussion practice tool that can be adapted for marching. Now you might be asking why? What's the point of a marching practice pad? And we will get back to all that in a second. But first we're gonna do a little product review on all of these pads, starting with the tenor pad here. Yeah, this pad actually feels really, really good. There is actual drum heads, like these are legit drum heads you can buy, and the rims are actual drum rims. So this gives it a very realistic feel to that of an actual drum, and these are all tunable. So I got the Spock drums here kind of cranked up high, and the lower drums quite a bit lower than that. So each drum has a different sound and a different feel to it with the rebound, just like a real set of tenors. And I guess the only downside to having actual drum heads and rims are that the rim shots are really, really loud. I mean, the pads themselves are actually quite quiet. But yeah, I find myself needing to wear earplugs playing this pad just because of the rim shots. They are very loud, just like a real drum because it's real rims. I also really like the playing zone design that is on the heads, like the white here. That is where you're supposed to play in on a real set of drums, so that makes sense for this. And also you can tell when you hit the center of the head, there's a lot less rebound than when you're in the playing zone. Again, giving that realistic feel to a real drum set. This model costs $350, and you can also upgrade to an aluminum base for a little bit more money, and you can select any configuration of drum sizes depending on what sizes your drumline marches. All right, let's talk about the marching aspect of this. So you can see underneath, we got just a standard back bar that connects into the practice pad. So when you get your tenor pad, it comes with these mounting brackets, and you have the option to put them in. You don't have to make it a marching drum pad. You could just leave it like a regular pad and just put it on a snare stand if you want, but I like being extra and I want to march around with it. So these mounting brackets, they can be adapted for any main brand marching back bar. You will have to buy your own back bar though, and that can get a bit pricey. But if you're anything like me and just make random drum products, then you'll have like 3 or 4 of these back bars just laying around the house at all times. So all right, let's put these bad boys on here. Just hooks right into your harness. Oh, that's great. All right, let's go outside and play around with this. As far as I'm aware, this is the only marching tenor pad that exists. I know Randall May, they make like an adapter for a snare drum practice pad, but as far as a tenor pad goes, this is the only marching one that is available, and I do see a lot of potential benefits with having this. Anyone who's ever played tenors, you know that wearing the drums really sucks because it's so heavy. I mean, everybody loves playing tenors because there's a lot of drums, but yeah, wearing them and marching around, it's just something that you gotta deal with. So if you're anything like me, I did not want to practice marching the drums because of how much it sucked. I just wanted to practice playing them, where I probably should have definitely practiced marching more. But with this, the pad, it's like about half the weight of drums, so well, one, you're gonna build up some muscle by not killing yourself wearing the drums all the time, and also it'll be a good way to, get more practice in because you won't get tired as fast. Yeah, even like in a drumline setting, if you're just learning drill or learning music, I could see the benefit of having these because then your performers, they won't complain about lower back pain as much. And I suppose you could also use these as like a flub drum kind of. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of flub drums. I think if you're gonna play a drum, you should be able to hear it. But I guess if you have extra people and nothing to do with them, then yeah, you could put them on a marching practice pad / flub drum. There are also a few different selections for snare drum ram pads. I have a couple of them here. We got the 14-inch drum deck and also the Ram Pad Pro, and we're gonna start with the Ram Pad Pro here. Yeah, just like the tenor pad, I think this feels really realistic to an actual marching drum, probably because it has a real drum head and a real rim. And you can really feel the difference of the rebound with the center of the head versus the edge. I think that's a big difference between this pad and like a gum rubber pad, is that the gum rubber, it'll feel the same no matter what zone you're in. But on this, you can tell there's definitely a lot more rebound on the edge than there is in the center. And that's exactly how a real drum feels. Visually, I really like how this pad shows the playing zones. Right, you want to try to hit right exactly in there. And then when you go to the edge, it has these little guidelines to keep your beads in the same place until you get all the way out there. And then when you're doing ping shots, it shows you where your bead is supposed to be right there. So the Ram Pad Pro, this is a 10-inch practice pad. It comes in a wide variety of colors, all with the playing zones marked, and this one costs 90 bucks. Okay, moving on to our last Ram Pad. This is the drum deck. It is 14 inches, a little bit bigger than our Ram Pad Pro. Yeah, just like all the other pads we've played so far, this one feels really, really good. The 14-inch size makes it feel more realistic to an actual drum because your zone changes will be exactly that far away. So if you're trying to get the most realistic feel of your practice pad, the 14-inch pad is probably the way to go here. So this one goes for 175 bucks, and just like the tenor pad, this one is also marchable and can be hooked into any name brand hardware. Although for this one, you don't need to get a whole separate back bar. You can see it just comes with the piece that connects into the harness. So you're good to go right upon getting this. Super simple, just hooks right into there. Yeah, pretty much the same exact benefits of the tenor pad. I mean, lighter drum, more practice, less lower back pain, all good stuff. I guess all we need now in life is a marching bass drum pad and a marching cymbal pad and a marching flub drum pad. 1, 2, da, 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 da. If you would like to see more of my drum product reviews, you can click on this video right here, and have a good morning.